Hello, everybody. This is the Anime Bro here, and welcome to another episode of the Radio Trigger Podcast. I am with my co-host, as usual, Tensashinra and 20 Online.
Yo, yo.
What's up? What's up?
And today we are talking about whatever because we don't have a topic. But if we have nothing else to talk about, then we also got some questions here. Continue off from one of our videos that we did earlier, but that's if we really don't have anything to talk about. So, yeah. And before we actually start talking, please like, share, and subscribe, and help us try to get to 100. We are at 70, which is a big surprise. That's really good.
Yeah,
Better than nothing. That's better than nothing.
It might as well be nothing at this point.
Yeah, you never know. This episode could be the one where it just gets 100,000 views.
It could be. We should say some questionable things to get on drama alert.
Oh man, bro, I can't wait until we're like monetized from this and we're making money and we can get an editor to just bleep out so much stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez. Just be like, I hate, and then bleep, 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 bleep.
But if that editor decides to release the uncut footage, you're done.
Oh my gosh. Hey. Blackmail. Oh my gosh. Give him a cut of that monetization money.
We'll be like, yeah, you take us down, we'll take you down with us.
Literally.
Well, anyways, I guess that was our first topic. What's our next topic?
We can just talk.
Yeah, that's what I said. What are we going to talk about?
Let's see. I don't know if I said this, but I almost got into like a car accident a few weeks ago. I think I said, so I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No, I think you said a little bit, but like I don't think you fully explained it.
Okay. So this is, I don't know. I think it was maybe a month ago. So this is a road that goes to my friend's house, and this road is like what's the word? Like the government doesn't really care about the road, so they don't fix it or anything. Right? So there's a lot of potholes. So what the farmers did was they made like a dirt road on the side of the normal one.
Main road.
Yeah, I don't know what material it was called again, but it's on the side of it. But this road, because everyone now just goes on that road, there's like bumps and humps on this, and they always say, oh, they drive only like 60 kilometers an hour or 60 miles an hour. But I was like, okay, I gotta get to this place right now. So I was going like 120 on this road.
Jeez.
Bro, there was this speed bump in it where I hit this and the car literally just like caught airtime on this side.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see the road, through the like main window. And I remember when I hit this bump, I could literally just see the clouds.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I remember you telling that now. Like, I think yeah, because I think you asked us if we ever been in anything similar, and I think I'm not sure if I told my story, but like it was oh my gosh, it was like yeah, I think I told it. It was like basically I pulled up to like a signal or whatever, and it was like it's like basically to turn that was green or whatever, but I guess everybody was just not paying attention or on their phones or something because nobody turned, and then they started turning, but then I didn't make it because like it was last second, everybody turned, and then like I just went straight because like I didn't want to wait for the signal to turn again, and it was just like I think it was just like really like the window was like really moist and foggy and stuff like that, and like it was literally white. Like I couldn't see. And then like I was like I knew where I was, but like I couldn't see anything, so I turned. I didn't know, like I was turning into oncoming traffic, so I didn't know if there was a car in the way or anything like that, and like I hit a bump or something, but luckily nothing crazy happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
I mean over here, like,
Yeah.
I mean, because we don't have like the traffic lights, the what do you guys call it again? You mean like where you are like the green, yellow, red, the
traffic lights.
okay, so it's traffic lights. Yeah, because like where I am, we don't have traffic lights here, right?
Mm.
So people just do whatever they want.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I'd say like I don't know why I keep cutting out, but like where I am in the place where I live, we don't have the traffic lights, right? So it's only like okay, the first one that that stops here can go.
Oh yeah, no, that's basically like what is it, like a 4-way for us or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like over here, like a lot of the people, like they don't give a shit. Like they'll just go over it.
Oh my
Like,
god!
I remember one time
wow.
I was driving, and it's the main road that goes through town, and I saw this man standing at the stop, and he just drove, and I was driving as well, and this man was so close to the side of my car, I could literally look at him and just breathe into his mouth. I was like, bro, I was just because my mom was there, she's on the phone. I was just looking at him, going past him, like, are you for real right now? Are you not gonna stop?
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
I know if my mom ever saw that, they would fucking scream.
Yeah, with bro, I that's the one thing I don't like is like sharing the road with people that don't know how to drive, because like they'll do stuff and it's like it just it's so annoying.
Yeah, I mean it's a big thing over here to buy your license, right? It's like a big thing over here. You can just buy your license.
Oh, you got it. Right.
You don't even have to take the test, nothing. You can just buy it.
That's crazy.
You know, like if you go on Facebook,
oh my gosh.
and you
maybe America should do that. I mean, nobody knows how to drive on the road, so it might as well sell them driver's license.
I mean, at least they took a test. But over here, like, they just buy it for like
no, that's actually that's insane. No, that's insane. That's
I was almost one of them. I asked my friend, hey man, do you know where I can buy it? And he's like, you gotta go ask this police guy. You'll know. And I was like, I'm good.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised because the way you were speaking about how long it was taking just to get like your license or whatever.
Like 4 months,
yeah. That's crazy. And like, I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's all I said.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I remember anime, bro. Now I remember really clearly that we talked about this. You said your story was that like you were in the car with like your dad driving or something.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, so it's kind of retelling stories. So I wasn't the driver. I was a passenger. I was not even the passenger. I was in the back seat. We were just like my family's a big family, so we're in a van and stuff. So one day, and the thing about this is like Australia is like the worst drivers, like one of the worst. Like I don't even like every day in the news there's always like a car crash somewhere, like and I don't even like I lived in the city, but I was in like the suburb area, so I was pretty far from like the big buildings. But even still, I would hear like news of like car crashes every day, and it's like, man, what the freak? Like we need like people don't know how to drive in America either. But a car crash was like once a week. That was like it's still too much, but it was safe. At least it was safe. In Australia, like every day, like. Honestly, a good day would be like one car accident a day. that would be like, oh, okay, the roads are safe now.
That's insane.
Yeah, but anyways, back to my story. So we were going into the city, probably going to like a mall or something, and the thing about like Australia, especially where I lived, traffic was terrible. Like it would always like for some random reason. You could be driving normally and like you'd be in traffic for like a couple of like 30 minutes. You'd be in the city too. So like 30 minutes, you could literally go out, park somewhere and stuff. So while my dad was driving over there, was driving in the city, like he was just driving, minding his own business, and my mom's looking at the thing and it's like, hey, like, why is that car coming closer? My dad's driving normal speed limit, so this is like 60 kilometers. So that's like, okay, actually that's only like 40 miles, but still, that's still pretty fast for like it's just to do a sudden stop. So like,
yeah.
Like my mom's pointing out, like, hey, look, why is that car getting closer? And then she sees it getting very close, like really fast. And then she tells my dad, she calls out his name, stop the car, stop the car. And we all like with the like my dad slammed the brakes. Everyone's like moved forward. Like we were just minding our own business, and we were like, what the hell just happened? and it's like, oh, your dad wasn't paying attention to the road. I got scared that day. I was like, man, I was gonna die. What made this worse was it was an old car too, so it wasn't even like honestly, our hands were in God. Our fate was in God's hands. If those brakes stopped working all of a sudden, my family wouldn't be here. But we were lucky. We got lucky. The brakes were working.
Yeah.
They didn't crap out that day.
That's insane. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, nah, that year two is definitely crazy. The crazier ones, because like I feel like, bro, between you guys like just slamming the brakes last second and then like catching airtime, that's crazy.
I mean, like when I drive alone, I drive however that the way I want, like like I guess you can say reckless, sure. If I'm driving alone, because then I know, okay, if something happens, it's only me in the car.
Yeah. No, it's like I do that, well, like if it's me, yes, and also like if I'm, like if I'm late or if I have somewhere to be like really soon or whatever.
Yeah, I actually got another thing. So my grandfather, he's from a small country called Tonga. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but it's like a couple of country, like a couple of islands and stuff. But what's interesting about that is they didn't get cars until like 1960. Like my grandfather was born in 1950 something. I don't think he ever saw his first car until he was like 17. So like in the 1970s, when it was normal to have a car. And so because of this, my grandfather never had the mindset of traffic safety. So like, there's something called speed limits. That's important. My grandfather's like, screw the speed limits. We're going to go. I need to get here, and I'll get here as fast as I can. And no joke, like every time I drove with my grandfather, I was scared because he was driving as if he was in a race. Like he would switch lanes every 5 minutes just to get to, like, so in the highway that we were on, there was like 4 lanes that go somewhere. Like every 5 minutes, my grandfather would switch lanes, and like, because it was like a manual car, it was like he was going to different gears and like switching lanes and stuff. And I'm like, holy crap, am I gonna die? I felt the speed too. Like every time I'm with him, I'm in the front seat as well, so I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna die in this car. It would be like the worst thing. Like I didn't die because someone was careless. I was dying because my grandfather wanted to go home, and the law was not going to stop him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, in terms of like people who do drive reckless with passengers, I've been in a couple seats like that. Because like with me, it's I think the main person I can think of is probably like my uncle. Like he doesn't drive like that like now. Literally, like I feel like he still drives like that, but like not as much. But like I don't know, I feel like when he was younger, especially, it was just crazy because I was a kid when he was younger, but he would be like going like swerving in and out, and like there was one time I remember so clearly. I think it was me and my sister, and he picked us up from school, and then someone like he had his window down, and my uncle had like a nice like little sporty car or whatever, and then like someone rolled their window down and said something to him, and he started like chasing after them with us in that car, just like full speed. And I'm like, what did he even say to like? And it's like me and my sister were both like, what did they say? He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Actually, hearing that, I don't have a story of like someone yelling at me, but it reminded me of this vlogging clip of like some guy was yelling at somebody, but like I think he was like yelling at somebody in a different car. He's like, "Hey, you fat pig, what's your problem, dude?" And he's like, what do you mean?" It's like, "You learn how to drive, man." That wasn't the funniest part. The funniest part was he was yelling at the guy in the back seat. So he wasn't even yelling at the driver. He was just yelling at the guy in the back seat. And the guy was like, "I wasn't even driving. Why is he yelling at me?" He's telling him like, "Learn how to drive, you fat pig." And it's like, what the freak, man? I'm not even in the driver's seat. And I'm thinking, yeah, road rage, it don't matter. You find your first target. Yeah, easy target, basically.
Easy target. That's hilarious, man.
It was David Dobrik, I believe.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, that's funny. That's funny right there.
Yeah.
I hate so much is when I'm driving and then like my mom and my brother would like they'd be like, "Oh, well, watch out for that. Look for this."
Bro,
I can't stand it.
Yeah, that's such a I hate that because like
it's
specifically literally it's specifically my mom when that happens. Like we'll be in the car and then like I'll see like the people walking across the street ever, and I'll be slowing down and she'll be like, "What, are you trying to run them over?" I'm like, I'm slowing down. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that, but one thing I do hate, like, it's kind of one of the reasons why I don't like driving is my dad. He's very he's a perfectionist, kind of. I say kind of because he has mellowed down lately when he has more children. He's like, okay, kids make mistakes, but when I was in the driver's seat, every time I make a big mistake, it was like I was about to run over the car. Like I was about to hit a tree or something. Like there were some times where I was like, okay, you almost got in a car accident. It makes sense. But like, sometimes like when I was first driving a bit, I had to park perfectly in the garage, like in front of the house, like where the cars are. So like in front of the garage area. I don't know if you guys understand, but like but anyways, like I parked it in not perfectly, but in a good way where like you can leave and all that stuff. He's like, okay, do it again. I'm like, what? I do it again. It's the same way, perfectly. He's like, oh, great. Okay, do it again. And I'm like, what the freak? So I go in, do it. Like, I don't know how many times I did it, but I was at this point where I'm about to break this wheel and just leave because I'm not. Why am I doing this? Like he always does the thing like, oh, you need to know all this, stuff so you can do the test and all that. And it's like, yeah, I understand that, but why do I have to keep doing it like multiple times? I did it right the first time. Why am I keep doing this?
Yeah. Yeah, like I understand like one or two times, but like over and over and over. Cause like I think like just to get it down or whatever, like because sometimes you don't do it super well the first time, and then like they want you to do it again. Yeah. But like if you're doing it right, then there's no point in telling you to do it over and over again.
Yeah. And also like when I had to take my driver test because family stuff has happened where one of the people can't drive. My dad's not a good coach. Like if you want someone to be like, you got this and all that stuff. Don't get my dad, especially if it's like the stressfulest thing like ever. Like this whole time, my dad wasn't like, "Oh, you got this. It's a simple test." That's like he said that once, and then he was like, "Okay, you need to do this because I'm the only one driving. I need more people driving." And I was freaking out, like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm gonna fail." And the thing about me is, I do terrible in social places, and at the DMV, because recently they lowered the age to where you can get your license. So like I think it was like either 17 or 16 where you can get your full license. So about the time that happened, I was getting my license. I was filled with no like people I don't know. I like my dad wasn't near me. I was like I was freaking out. Like I'll just say this: I passed the written test. I bombed the driving test because I was panicking this whole time. My dad didn't make it better. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just won't drive ever.
Yeah.
I'm fine with just paying somebody that way I can yell at them and I won't get yelled at because I'm thinking like, yeah, because I know if my mom was there, she would have been like, you got this, everything. My dad, like, he was there when I got my written test. He's like, all happy. He's like, good job and stuff. But as soon as we went in and he was like, I needed my license. He was like, it's either you get your license or, I'm disappointed. And I'm like, well, he didn't say that, but that's what it felt like to me. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like so like sad and stuff, and I was like, man, jeez. At the time, I was like, oh, this is my fault. But now I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, my dad could have been nicer. Like, yeah, it's important, but it's my first time. Maybe be a little supportive. Like, yeah, I get it for like if I failed like 3 times, but it was my first time doing this. Be a little supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. Like,
I remember. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like, yeah, like with driving, you definitely got to be a little more like just calm about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was not calm that day. In fact, I think I was like, my stomach was in a knot. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be a good day. I don't want this anymore. I want to be out of here. I don't want to be near me. I don't want to be near these random people.
Yeah.
I remember with my like written test, bro, I felt that thing so many times.
Oh
my days! I think I had to do it like 6 times to finally get through.
Jeez.
Because like they
Yeah.
ask like these stupidest questions. It's like, oh, how far are you allowed to park from the curb? Or how far are your headlights allowed to shine? Or like, yeah, what's like legal like tread limit of tire or something like that? I'm just like, what the fuck does this matter?
I know one I had a hard time with was the alcohol one.
Oh,
it was hard for me because I don't drink alcohol, so it's like, I'm not gonna drink alcohol. Why do I have to know this?
Yeah,
So it was like 1 point. It was like 1 point, and I was like, okay, I need to remember this because I'm never gonna drink. So, just for this test, I have to remember that. But yeah, there is some dumb questions they have on that test.
The alcohol one, I don't understand because like, what does that have to do with you driving? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't understand.
0.5 milliliters. That's a legal amount. It's like, what?
Literally, isn't that something that like police should know when they pull you over?
Yeah, that's the police's job to know, not your job. Like, honestly, if you're driving, safe bet, don't drink. Don't drink.
Exactly. Yeah, no, like I don't know. They have like a lot of like just questions that you really don't need to know on the written. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Where was it?
Man,
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
You go line.
No, I'm trying to think of something.
No. Well, I was just saying, well, that's our driving stuff. Driving is terrible. And We should all have. They should already be working on those self-driving cars. We should all have them.
I don't know, man. Those are gonna be like, yeah, I don't trust that.
Honestly, I'd rather trust a robot than a human. At least with the robot, it's the company's fault. With the human, no matter what you're doing, someone's gonna blame you. Like you could literally be in the right, and they'll be like, "Nah, you cut me off."
Even if it's the robot's fault, they're still gonna blame you in the car. Because why you let the robot drive and not you?
Why not?
But it's still gonna be a problem because if something happens, why didn't you take control of it in time?
Why would I? It's I bought this thing expecting it to work. If it's not working, then it's not my fault.
Nah, I'm never gonna go electric or robot, anything like that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't trust it personally, but I do see where you're coming from, and where it's like, you buy something, and if you expect it if they say it's gonna work and stuff, and it ends up not working, then like that, it could mostly just be blamed on the company.
Yeah, because imagine buying a PlayStation, and it doesn't work 1 month afterwards. Like, yeah, it could have been my fault, but if I was doing a normal thing like a person does, like, turn it off when I'm not using it, or, keeping it away from like dust, making sure it does, make sure it's not getting too dirty, then obviously it's Sony's fault because they gave me a faulty thing that broke in a month.
I don't know. I mean, it's still difficult. Let's say if Tesla like malfunctions and doesn't stop when there's someone in front of it, then what?
Yeah, it's the company's fault. It's still the company's fault.
My lawyers are gonna go like, "Oh, sorry, no, it's a company fault. You'll be fine. Like they're still gonna blame you."
Yeah, no, I actually don't know how that would work, because like I know there are self-driving cars, but I wonder who's at fault, like if that happens.
I mean, I assume it would be.
Well, the people will be on my side, and if they don't like it, and if the court rules in the favor of the company, there will be riots everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know, like,
because otherwise people can just say, "Oh, sorry, the Tesla didn't stop. It's not my fault."
Yeah, I think I do see that, because like technically it's not completely automatic. Like we don't have completely automatic cars yet where it just drives for you. Like it's like they have like cruise control or whatever they call it, where you can turn that on, but like also you like mostly drive for yourself. But like, yeah, I think they probably could blame you just because like you turned that on and you decided to do that. So
yeah.
But only for now, though, of course. Like in the future, when like I guess there's more self-driving cars on the road, like yeah, I can see like people like mostly the companies being for the blame, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess, but
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I guess, but I doubt the company's gonna be like, "Okay, sorry, we'll pay for it."
Yeah, of course, because it's the company. They want money. They don't want it. If they get blamed for something that is not going to add profits, they're going to think, yeah, this is bad press. We can't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
That's why lawyers exist.
Oh gosh. I was gonna say something, but I don't know the complete situation yet. Because like you guys have heard about the Diddy situation, right?
I had a lot of baby oil. I was like, what the freak was happening in those?
Baby. Yeah, before we started this episode, like I was watching stuff on it, but I didn't hear anything about like I heard the lawyer was crazy or something, but like I don't know what exactly they're talking about on there.
I think one thing he's not as bad as R. Kelly. But it's like, dude, R. Kelly into this, you already lost.
Literally. Oh
like
my.
He did human trafficking. That was like 10 times worse.
That's hilarious.
Like honestly, yeah, he's not as bad as R. Kelly, but still he's pretty bad.
That's that's like saying yeah, like Eisen killed a bunch of people, but at least he's not like Madara. Like he didn't. It's like they're both bad. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Jeez, I
Yeah,
can't imagine
Light
being
killed
loyal for someone
millions
that
of
bad.
people, but he wasn't he wasn't this hentai guy who, raped a bunch of people.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's at least he's not lying. I mean, that's not. He's not. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah, like you already know you have a bad lawyer if he mentions another person who's is worse, but like like honestly, it's yeah, P Diddy's not. I think I'm pretty sure his sentence actually ended. Hold on, let me see.
Hmm. We should, we should do a video like that or an episode like that one day where we're just like we all get someone like that committed atrocious crimes. It should actually be
We
you
actually
remember
did.
that?
You remember the drama episode?
Not even. I was gonna say like we should. You remember when we did that episode where we had to like list like hair color characters or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and then it was like
Celebrity,
all the
celebrity by crime. What the freak?
it was like all the characters with like pink hair were like just evil. Like we should do an episode where we just try to defend them, like each of
Oh
us.
my, no, I don't want to do that. I know a lot of terrible people. Jeez.
But you don't think you can be a good judge for what's his name,
I'm not.
Diavolo?
Oh, I thought you meant real people. Okay, I can do fake people. I can do fake people. I can do fake people.
Fucking Zodiac killer. Like, no, man, he wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that. Oh my god!
Think about it, he
like,
never got
nah,
caught.
man. He never got caught. Never got caught. It's
Oh my
crazy.
goodness. Okay, no. Okay, so you know that lawyer thing about P Diddy? It's actually worse. He was compared to R. Kelly and Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my god, bro. At least he's not like them.
He doesn't have an island, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's going. He's not winning. If those are the
Yeah.
two people that did worse than you might as well add Hitler to the list. Like,
Literally, that's insane. Jeez. Wow. No, I can't. That's such a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, what was it
Yeah.
last week? Like, this was this YouTuber that got locked up.
I mean, what's
What'd you
what's new? YouTube is a terrible place.
Yeah, another YouTuber. I want
Oh,
to say
yeah.
Philly, young Philly, something like that.
Yeah. I think I started watching a video on that, but I never finished it. It's like, yeah, no, I never finished it, but I did hear about it a little bit. I don't know the exact situation though.
I mean, I guess we'll see this week, like, if he actually did or not.
Jeez. What did he do?
I think it was, what was it, like, a rape or something like that?
What'd you say? He what?
I think they said he raped this one girl in a hotel room in Australia.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that was.
Man, it's always the YouTubers. I don't know why. Like,
Yeah,
they always
after-
have something going on.
After rape and assault charges.
Mm.
Yeah, it's always a YouTuber.
By the
like,
way,
you got all this money, everything, and like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this.
literally, like they have millions and they're like set for life, and it's just like, yeah, I think I like kids now. Like what?
What the
Like
fuck?
I really don't get it.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know. Like because what was it? I know it was like EDP also,
Yeah.
and then who else?
Dr. Disrespect.
Like yep, Dr. Disrespect.
Which somehow he has a second
Guy named
chance,
Mini Lad.
which is stupid, I think.
Yeah. Wait, you said the. What'd you say?
Dr. Disrespect still has a shit ton of viewers, and he's going on.
Oh.
Like, never happens. Like, well, so stupid.
Yeah. No, I hate that. Like,
I mean, Logan Paul has taught us you can come back from anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a bit
Logan
different.
Paul's Yeah, his was really like I don't know what way to describe it. It was really like a bad
Yeah.
move, basically, but it wasn't like, yeah, like I don't know, because like I feel like he was just like a dumb kid, and like he thought that doing that in the forest or whatever was like, you know, I guess fine, but like with I don't know, with these people that are like actually talking to kids and stuff, it's just a
Yeah,
little different for me, I think. But
because you're
yeah, I don't
actively.
know if you guys can tell by the way, but my nose is like it's getting a little stuffy.
It's like, yeah, like you're actively, like, you know, okay, this is a kid I'm talking to, and you're still talking to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I feel like that's just a lot worse. Like it's just, especially he was already at this point. I think they said he was already married and like had kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like, yeah, no, that's actually crazy. Yeah, that should be like actually the number one red flag, because I heard of it was another group of people, and then like one of the guys, I forgot what their name was exactly, but basically that guy, like, I think he was in an affair or something like that, and like I think like he just got completely canceled and kicked off his like off the group or whatever and stuff like that.
Hmm.
When I look at that and I look at Doctor Disrespect, it's like how does Doctor Disrespect still have a platform like at all? It
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense to me.
It's probably because of the money. He still has people who still watch his stuff. So Twitch is going to do whatever they can to protect their image. I mean, Hollywood's been doing that for so long. Look at P. Diddy, R. Kelly.
Yeah,
There's a lot of other people, but there's terrible people.
Oh yeah, I also
yeah.
saw. Do you guys know what's his name? S1 Gold.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wait, he's in something right now.
Yeah, he spoke about the Palestine versus Israel, like, war, and he said something of like, what was that? I don't want to miss.
Well, I mean that one. I don't know what it is, but that's a very political thing. I like that.
Yeah, but
That
what he
one's
said was
divided.
crazy.
What do you say?
What do you say? Yeah, wow,
I'm trying to see now.
jeez.
If he chose sides, that's like okay. That's just politics. But if you,
Let's see. Um,
If you want to consider a genocide as a
Yeah, the way
systematic killing
you're
of a
making it out is like he said something like, "Yeah, I actually think all of us should be attacking them." Like
no, but
that's what I'm thinking.
one thing I remember saying
Like
that, because I remember specific thing he said was inferior race or inferior or something.
incredibly racist rant on Palestine. Yeah, okay, that is
I'm trying to find.
I mean, he was not Hitler. He's no Hitler.
yeah, that's, jeez. I wonder what exactly he said.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I can't watch
Okay,
the
I'm
other
gonna be muted for a bit because I'm
episode.
gonna watch it.
Yeah, you watch it because I can't
all
watch
right.
the episode. But I remember you said something of like talking about like the genocide. Oh, Palestine would do the same to Israel if they had enough, like as many bombs and military power as them, and like
Oh
it was something like I said, inferior race with something.
yeah, no, that's actually a crazy thing to say, especially about like people getting attacked and like dying and stuff like that. That's crazy. Jeez. Yeah, no, I feel like Asmund is always like he always says some crazy stuff, but like
Yeah, this is a crazy
with
one.
yeah, this is like a really crazy one to talk about because not just like drama or something. It's like actual politics and like
Yeah.
war and stuff like that. So yeah, that's wild.
I should just go on Twitter. Twitter will have everything.
What'd you say?
I'm trying to see because like I don't want to watch a clip I don't want to watch a clip because otherwise the podcast will record it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I definitely gotta watch that later. That's crazy that he even said that. Let me see.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
find the clip, but the thing that he said that I saw on a clip that he found basically said if the other side was also had the exact same weapons and stuff, they would be doing the exact same thing. So
I mean, it depends what he means by that, though, because like if he just means like they'd be fighting back, then like yeah, and there would be a lot of casualties. That does make sense. But like if he was actually like racist or whatever, because that's the thing. Like if that's just how it goes. Like if people are attacking
that
you,
is
isn't like isn't
horrible.
that like
They
how
are not the
just
same
like
as
a
us.
lot of wars in history in general
That's
happen?
it.
Like
Just takes
they
enough.
started
That's
getting
right.
attacked and they started
These
fighting
people
back.
are
Like,
not your allies. They are not
Yeah.
the same as us.
yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, yeah,
here's
but
the clip. I'll just
These
repeat what he
people
said.
are not your allies.
People
They
not
are
your
not
allies.
the same
They're
as
not the same
us.
as us.
They come from an inferior
They come from
culture that is
inferior
horrible.
culture.
It kills people for their identity, and it
that's
is
crazy.
directly
Jeez.
I think he was trying to sound woke, but no, because I'm not defending this guy because that is terrible. But you know, there are some cultures that don't accept like our lifestyle. You know, in America, it's like the free. You know, as long as you're not a racist or pedophile or whatever, you know, we accept you. But you know, when it comes to like the Middle East, there is some cultures that are like very strict on certain things. Not defending the guy, just saying not defending the guy. Saying like that's probably where he was coming from, but you know, the wording came out wrong.
Yeah.
Because you don't say that. Don't say they're inferior. Say, you know, their culture is different. That sounds nicer than inferior culture. Because
yeah, one thing, because I've seen like a lot of clips about Asman. One thing I like see about him, like he gets in a lot of controversy, and I think every single time it's mostly just because of his wording. Because there was another thing that he like got into on like I think it was like Twitter, but a bunch of like people in general were getting at him. It's basically like, and I think I said this before, but probably a long time ago. It was like about like artists or whatever, and basically what he said is that like it's again like a thing of like him wording it badly, which is like he said something like basically like the art like basically is about AI or whatever. Obviously people like artists or whatever are saying it might like replace them one day and stuff like that, just because people could get like art from AI easier and sometimes even for free if they just go and like type in the prompt or whatever. And what he said basically is like the artist opinion doesn't matter. Which like the way he specific, like when you hear that, obviously you think
he's basically sounding like screw the artists, the AI should just do everything. If he would have like okay, I need to know more. Say more what he said.
Yeah, is basically like he said that because as far as like people go or whatever, like he was saying that as far as like people go, like the artist's opinion doesn't matter, because if like it all depends on the person. Like if they want art and they feel like if they want to go to an artist and get it done and pay for it, then they can do that. But also if they want to go to AI, like they can like just go and get that for free or whatever. But like mostly he was saying that's why he was saying like their opinion doesn't matter. He wasn't saying it like just because like you know artists suck or whatever. He was saying it more so to be like in terms of like the client or whatever, like they're gonna choose.
He should have said this. He should, instead of saying the artists don't matter, it should have been saying what's most important is the consumer, because that sounds actually way better, and that would actually be on his side. Because yes, it's bad that AI is taking their jobs away, but think of it this way: the one thing that it's affecting the artists, but it's really the consumer that's doing that. It's not the AI programmers doing this. It's the people that are actually partaking in the AI stuff. And they have their many different reasons. They're not saying AI is superior. Maybe the AI could actually, it's because the AI is free, because there is a lot of AI art that is free to a certain extent. Maybe it's also because you know some humans actually do some stuff where they copyright people when they clearly had permission with the thing, and they don't want to do that because AI can't really sue you. So there are other reasons besides like so really it is just the consumer. They're not. It's not really like the artist or the AI. It's really what does the consumer prefer. Yeah. Really, this guy needs to work on his wording because
yeah, and it doesn't help that like he's like really weird because like apparently he doesn't shower or something like that, and like he's just like
he's filthy.
He's filthy. He's a weird guy. Like I think
his house, his room is disgusting.
Yeah, I saw a thing where like he drunk like water or whatever, and like he was disgusted by it, and people were like, "It's how bad does your breath or just your mouth have to be to like find water disgusting? Because like water is neutral; it's not supposed to taste like anything. So like if it tastes bad, it's literally you.
It's you.
It's your mouth.
Literally a whole video of him tasting fruit and vegetables or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Ooh, that's too big of a bite." And it's like, what?
Oh God, bro. Yeah, nah. He's because like, he's like on top of like not really wording things right. He just is a really weird person, which makes everybody like turn against him. But like, if he was like took care of himself and like actually knew how to word things, then like he might have some like valid claims. But like, it just seems like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Nah.
So he's not in controversy because of his opinions. He's in a controversy state because he doesn't know how to word his opinions properly without sounding like a racist.
I mean, this one, I don't know what he was even trying to word, but either way.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to think of those words. So.
Yeah, exactly. Because like what I usually see is like he will say something and people will get mad and like it'll cause an outrage, and then like there'll be someone on Twitter that like actually knows how to word it, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense." But like it's too late because he already did the damage, like basically calling them an inferior race.
Yeah. Like I had to word it, but even then, it's like I shouldn't sound like I support the guy. I just do it in a less offensive way.
People,
exactly.
When I talk about like political stuff, I should really just like have like a script beforehand of what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because with politics, it is like literally saying one word off could upset a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like
most
people don't.
It's not like just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like just talking about drama. Like this is something that like affects the world and stuff that you're talking about. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with this whole like Palestine versus Israel thing, like if you don't agree with the majority of the people, then it's like, oh, okay, no, what's going on there? Why didn't you agree with us?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know, and then some people like they'll be like neutral on the matter or whatever, but people will take that for like you like basically being like and I can understand that like not really taking sides when you really like should be taking one, especially if one side is like basically committing evil and stuff like that. But I feel like for a lot of people, especially for people with platforms, like they mainly use their platforms for people to escape and just to entertain people.
Yeah.
So when it comes to politics, like even when they just don't speak about it, like there's really no winning. Like if you pick a side, the other side will get mad at you. If you don't pick a side and just keep to yourself, and people will be like, "Why aren't you talking about it?"
Yep.
So
I actually know like there's this video. It sounds weird, but it's actually pretty interesting. It's they were talking about like on the political scale, is Nazis left or right? But the interesting thing about this video is he literally talks about like why people do this. They don't do it because they really want to know. They do it because they want to have their side be the best. So like the right people will say, Nazism was left wing because if Nazis were left, they're wrong. Then the left side's evil. But then the left side will say Nazism is right because the right side, because if they're Because if Nazis are right, then they're evil and stuff. And he puts it that way, and it's like, yeah, that's actually really interesting. That is a good way to look at it. Like, it is very complicated stuff where you say one wrong word and like, and when he brought into it, he didn't even say like what it was. He just said it doesn't really matter. They were, you know, they have both stuff that the right were agreeing with, and they've had both stuff that the left were agreeing with. So were they left or right? Honestly, who cares? They were evil. You don't want to be a Nazi.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That kind of reminds me of it's just so like just completely it just goes all the way like away, not away from this really, but it does kind of like relate kind of like it's One Piece or whatever. Like it kind of reminds me of that quote Doflamingo said or whatever, where like it's the people in power make the rules or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it really it's all over the place, but for the most part,
It
like
it is true because let's put it this way. If the American Civil War ended differently, slavery would be looked upon very differently.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. But oh man, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I was watching a video before I came here, and you guys both know about like the whole like Diddy situation or whatever, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know a lot about actors, but one thing, I was watching a thing and like the guy was live streaming or whatever, is basically like live stream clips. And then he brought up one of the like chats brought up an interesting question, is like, who would you be surprised to find? I can already like name 3 people off the top of my head, but like, who would you be surprised to find out like was involved? Because apparently it's a big list of people.
Yeah.
And like,
It's like it's
yeah,
like the Epstein Island. Like who's on the list?
exactly. Like the 3, or what was it? Like, yeah, 2 people I'll always say is John. I almost said John Wick. Keanu Reeves.
Right.
Keanu Reeves and what you call it? What's his name? Jim Carrey. Like those 2,
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like they can never be involved in like any crazy stuff like that. They just seem like good people.
Well,
that would never...
because I think what's interesting is like the best celebrities are the ones that actually know what it's like to lose things. Like Jim Carrey, when I actually watched a documentary on Jim Carrey, he had a hard time actually getting popular. Like he was on like many flops. Like during the 90s, he was finally good, but even still, that took so long for him to get there. And like and I have mad respect to him because now when he goes to Hollywood and stuff and being like, yeah, I'm part of the rich, I enjoy it. He's like, screw Hollywood. Like, I just want to act. I just want to have fun and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if Keanu Reeves is like that too, because after learning about his life and the fact that he doesn't even care about the money, he's just a genuinely nice dude. It's like, yeah, like why can't people be like this? Like these guys literally had like the worst outcome when it came to acting, and they're pretty great. They're amazing. They're amazing people. Like you actually want to talk to these people.
Yeah, no, like Hollywood in general is just like you'd be like hard pressed to find like someone that isn't like it's just really corrupt in general. You'd be hard pressed to find someone that isn't like pulled into like just bad business and stuff like that. But with people like those 2, I do feel like it's like you said, Emery, bro. It's surprisingly like the people that like know loss and stuff like that, and like just have been through it or whatever, that they basically don't let the money go to their heads or whatever and stuff like that. I feel like with a lot of like Hollywood actors and stuff like that though, and not even actors, just a bunch of rich and famous people, they just I don't know, they feel entitled to like or feel like they're just basically untouchable. It sucks, but I do like those 2. I feel like they can never be kind to any like big thing or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, No, I don't know any other actors like that though. I don't know if you guys know any.
There's a guy. He's a very well known British actor. He made the original Office, the one in the UK. I forgot what his name was. But the one thing that's interesting about him, he literally, when he was working at comedian at like clubs and stuff, like comedy clubs, he was dirt poor. Like couldn't like he was probably living check to check and all that stuff. And the thing that was so interesting was that like he's he was always invited to the to host the Oscars.
Mm.
Ricky Gervais.
Oh yeah,
Gervais. Yeah. Ricky. Yeah, him. He like the one thing that's so cool about him is that he's like he makes fun of actors and stuff and celebrities and all that stuff. The funniest part is most of the stuff he's saying is true. like when he hosted the Oscars one time, he's like, you know, this is just a piece of thing that says you're important, but you know, who gives a crap? Just come up here, accept your reward, and then just sit down because like this is not going to really matter anyway. You got your money, you got your 10 minutes of fame, you know, like you don't really know what it is like to live life as it is. And it makes it funny that he's actually telling the truth and these celebrities can't handle it. Like you see their faces, they're not happy when he's calling them out, and it's like, well, yeah, I bet the truth hurts when someone who's been in a hard situation is like hosting you and you seeing in all these like $300 suits and stuff, and this guy's like, yeah, I knew what it was like when $300 was just to pay for my rent. I didn't have the luxury like that and stuff. And I was like, yeah, this guy's funny. You know, I mean, he is a bit like an atheist and he does do religious jokes, so it is kind of hard for me to like him in that regard, but he calls them out because he knows what it's like to have nothing and to struggle.
I guess for me, all I can think of is like Robert Downey Jr. being a part of that.
Robert Downey Jr. Huh. That's I feel like I don't really know anything about him, just in general.
I mean, kind of, but his dad was an actor, and he did have. I'm pretty sure he did grow up a bit. The only his dad did die young, he did die young. I think he died in his 40s, so he had to go through what he to get where he came from. So I guess
Robert he was also a drug addict when he was younger.
Yeah, he was.
So I feel like he wouldn't do like anything, like stupid again.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, a lot of people like Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. Jeez, we touched on a lot of topics without a script. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else to talk about?
I guess now that we're this far into the episode, we could talk about a guest that I am trying to get.
What's that guest?
Oh, really?
Well, it's the one we spoke about last time, Mike Yubi.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know if we were trying to keep it a surprise.
We're so far in the episode, no one's going to watch this part, so...
It's true.
But let me see.
You never know. There's probably that one fan that's just like, oh my gosh, Mikey, they're going to get Mikey on the next episode.
You mean Eisen? Yeah, he's not watching anymore. We lost him.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, and I can't imagine. I really don't even know who gave us those 8 views from that last episode.
But I mean,
let's see. It was probably Abby. I definitely gave it 1. I don't know if you guys did it.
No, probably not.
Chill, because he did do a repost, so maybe he checked it out. Maybe RJ. Yeah, I don't. Maybe someone else watched it multiple times, but that's probably all I know.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, with Mike it's difficult because he's really only available after 1 p.m.
Eastern?
Eastern.
Eastern, yeah.
I mean, we're doing this close to Actually, it's the next day.
Yeah, it is the next day. Yeah, he can't do like 10 or
No, it's too early for him. I asked him like, hey, can you do like 1 a.m. and then he said that's too early. So
1
either
a.m. is too early.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, I'm the time conversion is messing me
10
up.
p.m. is what? So 10 p.m. is too early.
He said, okay, so 10
What's
p.m. is too late for him, and 1 a.m. is too early.
Wait. What's 10 p.m. for him? Like
I don't know.
oh.
I didn't ask him his like time, but he just said like, let me see.
Yeah, because we do have 3 time slots, or not 3, but technically, like we have a bunch of time slots that we could try to fit him into. But like,
okay, so
if
he's
he
5
just
hours ahead of you guys.
5 ahead of us,
It's like
So-
6 a.m. right now.
Yeah.
for him,
So
okay,
yeah, it's too early
yeah.
for him.
Would you guys be willing to do an episode? Or well, me, anime bro, I don't know about the conversion to South Africa, but like 3 a.m. Would it be like? Would you guys be willing to do that?
Not this week, but
Yeah,
maybe in the far future.
yeah, yeah. Nah, I know me personally, I wouldn't mind, but like if you can't do it, or if one of us can't do it, then we might just have to
I mean, for me, I'll be
pass
awake
on
at
it.
that
Or look,
point, because for me it's like 9 a.m. at that point then.
yeah, and I can be awake at that time too. Like I can just it'll probably be more like 3:30, because like yeah, it's just stuff or whatever. But yeah, I can be up around 3. But Anime Bro seems to be because that would be like what 7 or no
That'll be
7,
8 for him.
that'd be like 8 for him. So that'd be
Then
good,
it's the
right?
thing of
for him?
like, because I don't know if he's working or if he's like college. So
Yeah.
8 a.m. could be like, oh, he's now starting college. But he said if we don't get time, then he'll just tell us when he's on holiday again.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
So I mean, saying if he's on holiday again means like he's probably in college then, because you don't get a holiday on work.
Yeah, no, that I think so. Yeah,
So
he's probably in college.
Yeah.
We're doxing him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Nah.
I get a holiday from work. It's like, what work do you have to have a holiday?
Literally, what kind of work has a holiday? But yeah, no, that's nice. No, I still gotta try to get my mystery person. I'm not gonna say anything yet since I'm like not confirmed yet. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, we should. I don't know that. I would love to ask like, oh, like who would you guys want to see on the podcast? But nobody's watching, so.
Yeah, but we can also do Twitter.
True.
Maybe I can kind of like
Yeah.
have some explanation on their side, like, okay, people want to see it.
Exactly, pressure them. Like you gotta come on now.
Yeah,
that's funny.
4 people want to see your episode. Come on.
Imagine we ask their fans and they say yes. It's like, nah, you gotta come on because your fans said so.
That worked perfectly.
But yeah, no, that's nice though. We got Mikey coming on soon and some other people planned.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Jeez. How long we've been going?
An hour.
Huh.
I think we should call it because some things are happening and I have to actually be up early in the morning, so I can't really just stay here. So
yeah, same.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
I need to take a shit. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, it's important, you know.
Yeah, I've been feeling it. I've been feeling it.
The bubble guts.
Literally.
All right. Thank you so much for being here with us. And if you made it to the end, well, you know what our next guest will be. And also, you know, give your controversial thoughts down below about anything. Get us into the algorithm.
Yep. Get one of us canceled.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we end this?
I wish I could say something crazy, but I would say something crazy, but we don't have an editor to bleep something out, so I can't say anything crazy.
Okay, I'll say something crazy.
There's no party like a Diddy party.
That's good. Oh man.
I got another controversial thing, kind of similar to the P Diddy thing. No matter what you do, you're not Hitler, so you know.
Can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ran someone over, but like, come on, man. Like, you're not Hitler.
Yeah. All right. As always, link to whatever we are up to is down below, and see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.